Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Takeaway Tip Tuesday. I am your host, Ramona Remisat. I'm an intuitive guidance coach, angel therapy practitioner, speaker, and co-author of 365 Days of Angel Prayers and 365 Ways to Connect with the Soul. And welcome, welcome. Here we are. It is Tuesday, January the 30th, 2018. Today we are going to talk about one of my favorite things, crystals, sparkly. So excited about that. And the reason why I wanted to share crystals to help with sleep is because it's pretty much an epidemic. You know, hi Mandy, thanks for being here. You can pick up pretty much any health or wellness magazine these days, and there's bound to be an article in there about sleep because so many people struggle in that area. And I know a lot of my community, we talk about having trouble sleeping, especially around full moons and things like that. And tomorrow we're going to have not just a full moon, guys. We are going to have a blue moon, which is when you have two full moons in 1 month. We're going to have a super moon, which means it actually is slightly closer to the Earth by the way the Earth is rotated right now. Hi, Evie. So it's going to appear very big in the sky, and we are having a full lunar eclipse tomorrow as well. So if that's not enough to knock your socks off, I don't know what is. And people have been saying already they're feeling this energy, and it's already sort of causing some disruption. You know, the folklore around full moons and how it makes you a little bit on edge, or you know, just feeling off and all of that. So makes us feel loony, right? It comes from the word lune in French, the moon. So this is a good time, I think, to share some tips on crystals that you can use to help you sleep better. All right, so I do have some notes because I don't want to forget anything, and I am not, you know, a super duper expert on everything about crystals. I do know a lot, but obviously it's quite a realm to know everything about every stone. So I don't want to miss any important stuff. So if you see me glancing off camera, it's just because I don't want to forget. All right, so I'm going to share 5. Obviously there are more than 5, but these are ones that I find work really well. But as anything, experiment, because sometimes what works for one person doesn't work for somebody else, and some people who are super sensitive to energy can actually still be aggravated a little bit by crystals. So even if it's saying it's supposed to be calming and help with sleep, if you're sleeping with it right in your pillowcase, that might be too much for you, and you might have to experiment for a while. Maybe put it off to the side, or maybe you can't even have it in your sleeping area at all. So just play around with that. I just wanted to give you that. Oh, wow, Yolanda from New Zealand. That is fantastic. Thank you for tuning in. And so how do you use these stones? Before we get into each one and kind of talk about them, there's different ways you can do it. You can put it in your, I was going to say sleeping bag. If you're camping, you can put it in your sleeping bag, but no, you could put it in your pillowcase or under your pillow. I like in the pillowcase because if it's under the pillow, who knows where it's going to end up by morning, right? You might find it, you might lose it, who knows? So in the pillowcase, I like either that or beside you on a nightstand or something of that nature. Some people actually hold crystals while they're sleeping. You can try that if you want, or you can even wear them, either if you have it as a chain or, you know, bracelet. I'm going to talk about some of these bracelets that I have. And they're just a little elastic, you know, stretchy bracelets, right? So they're comfortable. They're not going to like bother you, and they're not cutting off your circulation or anything like that when you're sleeping. So those are some of the ways that you can work with them. Like I said, experiment, see what works best for you. All right, so let's get into the 5 that I want to share with you today. The first one is malachite. I love this stone. So it's a deep green, as you can see here. I'll show you. This is a little tumbly kind of polished piece, right? So you can see it's not very big, right? You can have something like that. You can just hold it in your hand. And they actually say if you hold malachite in your hand before you want to go to sleep, maybe an hour before you want to go to sleep, and then even when you do go to bed, that should help to regulate your sleep pattern, and you should see it return to normal after 2 weeks. So if you have chronic insomnia or something like that, or really chronic sleep problems that happen every single night, this would be something that would be helpful for you to start using and see over time, as it says, it should help kind of normalize things over the span of a couple of weeks. Okay, so malachite is really great because it does bring some calm, some emotional balance. It's also really good for dream interpretation and meditation. So if you meditate, this would be a great stone to have hold with you while you're meditating and seeing what comes up throughout that meditation. Or if you're dreaming, it's going to help you to be able to remember your dreams and to work with the messages from your dreams. And it also is really great for anybody who suffers from depression or manic depression. And as we know, those things can interfere with your sleep, right? So malachite is a really helpful stone for that. Beautiful green, like I said. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to throw you. Pretty accessible as well and not super duper expensive, okay? So I'm just gonna make sure I covered everything that I wanted to say about that. Yes, I think I did. So feel free, guys, if you have questions, you can throw them in the comments. If you like what I'm saying too, don't forget to give me a thumbs up or hearts, and you can swipe to the left and you'll see the little stuff come up there and you can send me little emojis. But yeah, that's malachite. So I really, really like that one. The next one I'm going to talk about, you may have never even heard of. And oh, thank you for the heart. Thank you, thank you. I just want to pull it off here because I have it as a bracelet. It's called larvikite. It's also known as Norwegian moonstone, so you might have heard that name. This is my little bracelet here. You can see it does have a bit of iridescence. It's kind of like a gray, some black, some milky kind of coloring to it. Okay, so very relaxing, very grounding. So I like to wear this a lot when I am going out in public or to an event because it just grounds me. It holds my energy. I'm not going to get impacted by all the stuff that's all around there. This is another one that's great for dream stuff, right? So it really helps you to understand your insights that you get from your dreams, because when we call on the angels for help, and I hope you're all asking, remember that's the key message this year, the way that they bring us help is through guidance, right? And because we are surrounded by so much in our daily lives, sometimes that guidance will come through in our dream time. So if you really want to be able to understand what that guidance is, to retain it and to pick up those insights through your dreams, then the larvikite is a great stone. It's larvikite. I'll spell it for you. Am I spelling this wrong? L-A, hold on a minute. Let me check my note here. Yes, I believe it's L-A-R-V-A-K-I-T-E, larvikite. Okay, so that's that one. And also may be, as I said, called Norwegian moonstone. So if you don't see that other name coming up, then check out Norwegian moonstone. It really brings emotions to the surface though, kind of like a volcano. So it's going to bring everything out so it can be calm back down, right? So if you feel like you've had stuff building, and it kind of needs to go somewhere, then that would be a good stone again to work with. And that can be what keeps us from sleeping, right? If we're holding on to a lot of pent up stuff, things that we're, needing to release and we're not letting go, that's going to impact your ability to have a restful sleep, right? So this is a stone you can work with to kind of release that, like I said, like a volcano erupting, bang, and then it just calms it all back down again. Also is a good one to help with apprehension and insecurity. So those are also things that can toy with us when we're trying to fall asleep. And if those are areas that you are currently working on, then this would be a great stone for you. Okay, so that was larvikite. So we've got malachite, larvikite, a lot of ites. And the next one, of course, you knew it had to be on the list. If anybody wants to take a guess, I call this the good for everything stone, kind of like in the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, where the dad would spray Windex on everything as like the cure-all, right? So in the crystal world, that stone is amethyst. Look at that, beautiful. Of course, this is a raw piece. That's quite a big piece. I have a smaller raw piece. Here, of course, you can also find it as a little tumbled stone or the cut and polished, whatever it might be. Of course, you probably don't want to sleep with this under your pillow. That would not be comfortable, folks, but this could sit beside you, right, on your bed nightstand, right? That could be something that you do. The cool thing about amethyst is it charges your other crystals. So what I actually do with these little geode pieces is sometimes I put my other pieces right in there and it'll charge them up. So that's kind of a cool little side note about amethyst, right? So amethyst, again, good for pretty much everything. Like I said, it magnifies the energy of your other crystals. It's good for overall protection, physical and emotional, mental balance, right? That's important when we're sleeping. And it just calms the nerves, calms tension, enhances your spirituality, right? It opens the third eye, which allows you to receive insights from your guidance, from your angels and guides and all of your spiritual helpers. So that is important. But when you sleep with it, it does bring that healing energy to you, to your dreams. It promotes deep sleep and helps your brain just tune into that frequency of calm, 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 calm. So even the color, like if you look at purple, don't you find that it's just kind of a soothing color? Think of lavender, right? Lavender essential oil is something that they also recommend if you have trouble sleeping. So you can even team that up. If you're working with your amethyst and having some lavender oil, that would be amazing to help. So like I said, you could have that on your nightstand. You could have a little cut and polished, smooth little tumbled stone in your pillowcase. You could have a bracelet like this that you wear, right? That, you know, I've got it on. You can add these together, right? So I have my larvikite, I have my amethyst. So you can have something like that, and you can just sleep with that around your wrist, right? Or if you have this, as I said, some kind of a pendant or something, as long as it's comfortable, you don't want anything, you know, that's going to bother you while you're trying to sleep. Okay, so then we have, let's go through them again, malachite, larvikite, and our amethyst. Okay, so moving on, another one that I love, where are you, is hematite. You probably have heard me talk about hematite before. It's so grounding, extremely grounding. Again, I have it as a bracelet because, like I said, I wear this one when I go out. I always have my Wonder Woman bracelets, you know, and it just grounds you, it centers you, it holds you firm, and helps you release worry by grounding you, like I said, and it brings you that strength that you need. It can really help you heal deep emotional pain. So again, that stuff tends to always bubble up to the surface when we're trying to calm our bodies, and then can cause restlessness when we're trying to have our sleep. And because it is very grounding, it's connected to the root chakra, which is that, you know, pull to the earth, right? To feel grounded, to feel strong, have that earth connection. So hematite is great. You can again have it as a little bracelet. These are the little, they're magnet, right? So they're magnetized, and I have like tons of them. I have like tons, but yeah, you don't need a lot of it. You could just have a couple little pieces, tiny ones like that. Again, in the pillowcase, holding on to them, whatever it might be, that can help you when you're going to sleep. But they're really kind of fun to play with. My kids always liked these when they were little to play with. I just had to observe so they didn't, you know, put it in their mouth and choke. All right, and the final one we have is lapis lazuli. Beautiful blue. Look at that. Can you see that? Hold it up a little closer. I'll flip it to the other side. Right, that deep kind of Archangel Michael color, that indigo blue. And lapis is what we call a feel better stone. So if you don't even know what you need and you just want to feel better, this is one that you can work with. It brings vitality, gives you that sense of, like I said, feeling better, more vital, right? And it helps with insomnia. It's really great for relaxation, dreams. It balances that yin yang energy, the masculine energy and the feminine energy, because when we're too much in the masculine, which is all about the do and the, you know, action and all of that, that's very active, and that can keep you alert and too, you know, too stimulated to be able to have a good night's sleep, right? So this will calm that, balances, like I said, that yin and yang energy, and it's also great for psychic, you know, insights, again, to receive that inner guidance that we have available to us. And it also is one that really helps with depression as well. So lapis is a great stone, tiny little one here, and it's kind of flat, this one, so this one would be good to have like in a pillowcase or something so you can fall asleep and not have all that crazy other stuff. Now, you know me, I like to keep on giving, right? So I kind of couldn't stop at 5 because I wanted to give you a couple bonus ones. So, of course, you were probably expecting that clear quartz would be on this list. And honestly, again, it's one of the ones that can kind of work for everything. So if you have some clear quartz, again, maybe not like this in your bed with you. This is obviously a raw piece, but this could again sit on the nightstand or have somewhere in your bedroom, right, to help with sleep. So I just had to throw that in. Clear quartz, good for everything. If you have that and you don't have the other ones, you can always work with clear quartz. And a really cool one, this one you may have never heard of. There are so many varieties of quartz. This is a candle or a lithium candle quartz. The reason why it's called a candle quartz is because you kind of have these things on the side that kind of drip down and it looks like how candle wax melts, right? And this one came to me really weird. Like I was at this store and it kind of had a lot of really different weird things in there, and then just I was drawn to this one little piece. It was kind of just sitting tucked away in nowhere, and I didn't even really know what it was. I'd never heard of it, but when I started to work with it, I realized just how powerful this is for sleep. It's really a very powerful healing crystal, I have to say, and very good for calming stress. And if you are one that suffers from nightmares or something of that nature, very disturbing dreams, this will calm that. This really helps. So I actually sleep with this beside me on my nightstand, and I find that when I pull this out, that's when I actually remember my dreams, because typically I don't. And I will go for weeks and weeks without this in the bed, you know, in the nightstand there, and can't remember a thing. It's like I'm out from the time I shut my eyes until I wake up, and I don't remember anything. But when the minute I pull this out and it's sitting beside me at night, all of a sudden I have all kinds of dream recall, and like pretty vivid dream recall. So if you're wanting to remember your dreams and things like that too, then this can really help with that. But it eases tension and anxiety. It's great for harmony and equilibrium, and just very calming, you know, and soothing, right? Which helps you, again, more readily understand and receive that intuitive guidance that you're getting perhaps through the dream time. So those are the stones. Let's do a quick recap. We have our malachite, beautiful green malachite. We had, next was our, the larvikite, which I had as my bracelet here, the larvikite, right? Also called Norwegian moonstone. And then we had our beautiful amethyst. Beautiful amethyst had to be on the list. Then we had our hematite, nice hematite, and then last but not least, we had our lapis lazuli. And the bonus ones, of course, clear quartz, and we had our lithium candle quartz, which is probably a new one you might not have heard of. You can see it's kind of, comes in different colorings, but this one's kind of almost a purpley, grayish tinge on the end of it, right? Some of these come very kind of orangey, reddish even. So they come in different configurations, different colorings. So there you have it, Guy. Hey, Auntie's here. Auntie, I'm so glad you're here. I was wanting to make sure you got this. If you weren't going to be here live, I was going to send you the link, and I'll still send it to you so you can watch it in its entirety. My aunt, I did this for her, with her in mind, because sleeping is something I know she's been challenged with. So I'm going to just give a quick recap again, because she popped in, and this is great too for anybody else who's kind of coming in the last minute. So before we do that, let's just talk again about how you can work with these stones for sleeping, right? You can have it on your nightstand. You can tuck it into your pillowcase. You can tuck it under your pillow, but then I just worry about it moving around, like I said, and maybe falling somewhere when you can't find it, or where pets or children could get at it. You can also hold it while you're sleeping. Some people like to do that, or wear it. Like I said, you can have these little stretchy bracelets, right? You can put that on and just hold on to that, or wear that while you're sleeping, as long as it's comfortable for you. But some great ones are malachite, and they say if you hold malachite like an hour before you want to go to bed, and then while you're sleeping, that's going to really help. And this one, if you've got chronic issues, over the span of 2 weeks, they say you should start to see your sleeping normalize. So that's pretty cool about the malachite. The next one we have on there is, where did it go? Oh, this larvikite. And I have that as a bracelet, which is this grayish, milky kind of coloring. It's also called Norwegian moonstone. So that's a really great one that you can use. And I have it as a bracelet, as you see. The next one, like we said, had to be on the list. It's beautiful amethyst. Amethyst is kind of one of those stones that you can use it for everything. If you're not sure what to use, what stone to use for something, just pull out your amethyst. It's kind of a starter stone, I call it, one everybody should have in their toolbox when they start to work with crystals. So amethyst, like I said, you don't want to put this in bed with you, but you could have something like this sitting on your nightstand. It doesn't even have to be big like that. You know, you can have a littler piece, or you can just have a smooth little tumbled stone, whatever, you know, it doesn't matter. Or a bracelet too. I also have the amethyst bracelet, right? The next one that's really helpful is hematite, because it is so grounding. It just grounds you, it centers you, it helps you to kind of, you know, just be connected. So hematite is great. You can have these little pieces tucked somewhere. I also have that as a bracelet. Here's my hematite bracelet, right? So that's a great one. And finally, the lapis lazuli, which is the feel better stone. It just helps you feel better for kind of all different things that you might have. Yeah, Mandy, you did get an amethyst recently. That's awesome. So try working with your amethyst. It's like I said, it's good for everything. Just have it around, right? I always have it kind of somewhere around me. So the lapis is really great for that. Helps relax and balance that masculine and feminine. I find this is really hard because our world in itself is very masculine, right? Very masculine energy. It's all about the tasks, the to-dos. I have all these things on my list, and the minute your head hits the pillow, what comes up? All the things you have to do, right? So when you work with lapis, it helps to balance that out, bring in more of the feminine, and then you're not so like, you know, in all of the action stuff that you feel like you have to do. And really helps with dreaming as well. If you want to be able to recall your dreams and you want to be able to receive the guidance that your spiritual team is sending to you, that they may be sending you in the dream time, then you can definitely work with lapis. But like I said, in my experience, the lithium candle quartz is the one that really helps me remember my dreams. And if I don't have this on my nightstand, I won't remember a darn thing. But the minute this is out, I don't know if it's psychosomatic, but it seems to work for me. I will have very vivid dreams and remember them. So that's a new one that some of you might not know. Again, it's lithium candle quartz. And of course, the bonus, you know, that's a bonus one. This is a bonus one too, clear quartz. Again, one of the main ones that work for everything. So if you don't have a lot of crystals in your possession, but you do have an amethyst or a clear quartz, perfect. You can absolutely work with those, definitely. So that's it. So that was kind of the quick recap. I'm going to be compiling all of this, putting in this week's blog. If you aren't subscribed to me and to receive my weekly blog posts with all of the great content that I share during the videos, you can sign up at ramonaremisat.com/free gift, because you'll also get my free video series, which is called The 3 Essential Steps to Getting Anything You Want in Life. And I will put the link below, but again, it's ramonaremisat.com/free gift, all one word. And as soon as you sign up, just go to your inbox, click the email I send you so that it confirms that you want to get the videos, and then you'll get them in your inbox, one a day for 3 days. And you'll also get on my list. So like I said, each week when I do these videos and I put all this information out, you won't miss them, right? So then you'll make sure you have that. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. It's been great. You know me, I always love talking about crystals. So if you have any ideas for further videos that you'd like to see from me, please share. And also, if you're really into crystals, I just have to share this tidbit. On my retreat this year in June, Connect to the Power Within, we are going to have a very exclusive experience. We're going to go to a beautiful crystal shop. We're going to have dessert, we're going to have wine, and we're going to have crystals. So what better 3 things? We're going to be able to learn a little bit more about crystals that can help you to connect with your inner guidance. And we'll also have an opportunity, like I said, to shop, to drink some wine, to have some yummy desserts, and to share with one another. So that's just one of the special excursions we're going to be doing on my retreat. And if you'd like to get more information, please visit connecttothepowerwithin.com, and all the information is there. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer them for you. We are almost half full, guys, and it's not even until June, and I haven't really started promoting it yet. So if you're thinking about it, don't wait. I know that the minute I start to really get out there and start sharing it, more and more people are going to be signing up. So take a peek, connect to the power within. It's going to be in beautiful Radium Hot Springs. We're going to have the mountains as our backdrop, and the energy up there is amazing. So I really would love to welcome you there and to have you join us. Check it out at connecttothepowerwithin.com. All right, everybody, I am wishing you a wonderful day, wonderful sleep, and make sure tomorrow, I hope the skies are clear where you are, you can check out that beautiful full super moon and lunar eclipse. It's going to be quite the thing. We are not going to have another one of those for a long time. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we're going to have a clear sky. We're predicting snow, so I'm hoping not. But wherever you are, I hope you enjoy it, drink it in, feel that moon energy, and we will see you here next week for another episode of Takeaway Tip Tuesday. We'll see you then.